Hey, man, what is it, man? Bandana the Ragg, man. Gasoline TV, the reliable source. I want to hit you with a quick jewel real quick, man. You know, I look at the game now, and from when I started rap, it was people in the streets, people from the streets. We were like authors. We was telling a story. It was like writing an essay. This is how we express what we going through, what we seen, and how it is in the ghetto. So we rap. And anybody from a neighborhood, when the people in the neighborhood realize that you have a talent, they will push you to pursue that talent. In my era, you will be in the middle of different things and they'll be like, oh, nah, man, man, you go to the studio, man. Nah, you don't be hanging out with us, man. I used to get chased off of Rosecrans, nah, man, you go home, man. Homies would drop me off. Back home, I wind up right back out there, chasing after who I was chasing after, trying to hang with and, seeing what I needed to see to be who I needed to be, right? But the thing is, I just did a history lesson, man, and I'm a music fanatic, man. I listen to all kind of music and listen to old music. And this is a particular thing that I want to get an example about. Banging on wax CDs, right? Today, the artists don't push the issue for the youngsters to be like, hey, man, no. You make it out. You use rap to make it out. Not use rap to make it out to come back, to stay in and be involved even more, to get yourself killed, to get yourself all this jail time. How are you going to even reap the benefits to all your hard work? You're not. You're doing yourself a disservice. And you know what I'm saying? You just setting yourself back, to be honest. When you make it out, you help those, you come back and you help those that's trying to make it out with you or whatever, but you don't come back to the point to where you're going to come back and get yourself hurt, get yourself killed, or get yourself pocket checked or whatever the shit to be going on. But if you go back to them Bangin' on Wax albums, none of the artists, Crip rappers, blood producers, blood artists, Crip producers, Crip rappers, none of them participated on them albums. It was the real dudes in the streets. And they used a lot of samples because they didn't have producers that was supposed to been shooting them beats to make this side, to make it even, to go back and forth with each other, say, okay, this side was harder on that one. Okay, we gonna come even harder on this one. They didn't have that. They just had raw, authentic raps over different samples or remade beats and just spoke on street stuff, how they feel, and just was full-fledged, right? But I look today and all these rappers that didn't have nothing to do with those albums be pushing the line more than them people that was on them albums. You talk to Red Rum or different people from Bangin' on Wax, they gonna tell you, oh man, they push you to do better, to do different, to not make the same mistakes they made, or not make yourself a target like that, man, do this and do that. But it's the artists that didn't have nothing to do with that, this just full-fledged. And I'm like, oh man, come on, man. Tell these kids, if you gonna rap to make it out, to get you a big house, move your family in, to show your family better. You know what I'm saying? So you can reap the benefits for your labor. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have children. You're going to be able to take care of them off your raps. Not have children and make it, sign a deal, and next week you're in jail for life, or you just then got killed. Where did he get killed? Oh, he went back to the hood and he was trying to... Listen, man, when you make it, you made it. That's it. When you make it, you made it. Now, if you want to make it back to where it was hard to make it out of and you get yourself tangled up in a spider web and the Grim Reaper come and get you, man, then you make that choice, man. I'm just going back to memory lane and I'm just looking like, man, if the Bloods on this side had these producers and these blood rappers, boy, it would have been 10 times harder. If the Crips had them producers and them rappers, that would have been 10 times harder. So when you do your history check on it, be like, damn, there's a whole lot of blood and Crip rappers, but none of them was on a Bangin' on Wax CD. Domino was the only one that you can pinpoint and be like, he was on that. Who else? Yeah, that's just one grown, man. I'm one Bandana the Ragg, Gasoline TV, the reliable source.